Today we're going to show you how to install a window regulator slash motor in a 2011 Dodge Grand Caravan. Now this will work for any, I believe it's 2007 to 2016 Dodge Grand Caravan. I'm going to go through all the steps, the tools you need into fixing a window regulator. Right now the problem that we have is when I turn on, it does not go up, it does not go down, but I can hear it clicking, like click, 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 click when you press this. Now as you can see, previous owner that had the car before us, they shoved shims in there just because it's simply falling down. So I'm going to take off this panel, show you the tools you need, install this bad boy, and that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, post, share, comment, all that good stuff. The tools you're going to need for this window regulator on this Grand Caravan, a couple different ones. You don't have to have the exact same setup as I do, but you do need these accessories. So you're going to need a number 8mm socket. Doesn't matter if it's deep or long or short. You need a 10mm socket. You're going to need a T15 Torx. Doesn't matter if it's a screwdriver like this or one of these little bad boys. So you need a T15, a T25, which is both of those, and a T30. So you need a T25, a T15, and a T30. This you don't necessarily need. This is a door pull. It helps to pull the doors like this here. You don't technically need it. I just have it. It's a good tool. Impact wrench with a socket so you can connect your socket to it, and a regular drill so you can put your T-heads in that. First step we're going to take our flathead screwdriver here, and we are going to got two spots right in here, right behind the where the door lever is. You got a, looks like a T20 in there, T20 screw head right in here. And then right here below your door pull on the door, you have a little cover. I just took it off. It's right here. Put that in the door. Then you see a additional T20, I believe it is, screw down there. So we need to take these two out and get that door panel off. So it's actually a T15. T15, you see that there? Torque head. So basically, you just pretty much just take it out. And then down where your door pull is, same thing. I'm going to put that in a little holder right there. Alright, door is ready to come off after I took out this screw down here and this screw in here. Now if you don't have these prying tools, you can use your hands. I use prying tools because I have them, okay? You don't need these, all right? And what I did was you pull the door like that with your hand. I'm trying to film this at the same time, showing you what we got here. So pretty much you just pull that like that and it'll come off. And then you just lift up your door panel. You got to take this piece off. Forgot about that, sorry. Lift up your door panel, and there it is. Now you have access to all the things that we need access to for the window regulator and motor, which is right here. I'll get to that in 1 second. So let's disconnect our wires here. Let's disconnect the easy one first. Down there, number 1. Number 2, right here. The green tab. Number 3 is actually the door pull, which operates the door from opening and closing. To pull this out of the hole right here. Let's see if I can do it by my fingers. Alright, got it with my fingers. Pulled it off. There we go. How's that for skills? All right, so we got here's our, oh, look at this. Somebody has disconnected the window regulator. I don't know why. Maybe it won't go up, maybe it won't go down. So let's see if it goes up or down. Plug our, I'm gonna actually take this out here. This is a, obviously a window switch here that I'm prying up. I don't want to install the entire unit in again, because if it doesn't work I wouldn't have to replace it anyway, so I'll have to take the window regulator out. Let me turn on my power to the vehicle. Got power on. Up. Yep. Looks like the motor is operational. However, the wires inside are all messed up. So we're gonna have to disconnect this. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the speaker. That's 4 T25 bit screws. Put these screws in a safe spot. Remove the speaker. It's 1 tab. It unclips like that. Next we're gonna do is we're gonna move this black cover here. Inside here, I'm gonna get a flashlight for you. Give me 1 second, stay rolling. Okay, inside here, you're going to see, I'll grab the camera from you. Up in there, right where my light is, you see that purple tab? That tab needs to be removed. As you can see, my glass from my window is below for me to access that point, so I need to pull up my glass. So you see, now I removed my window. I got that up. See, I got my glass up, still in. I haven't removed it yet. Now we need to remove that yellow, or sorry, that purple clip right there, and back out that that bar. Flathead screwdriver. I got it with my finger. It surrounds the entire. See that right there? I pulled it out, but it's for the door pull. It actually allows the handle to release the mechanism to remove the door. Next, what we're going to do is over here, we're going to remove all these wires. So the wiring harness. Got a little black tab remove here. All these. That's your window regulator motor. All right. Now we're ready to start taking the this whole entire panel off. Disconnected all these wires here, as you can see. Now this right here is going to have to be disconnected, but we'll do that after we pull out all the screws around the entire frame there. And basically, this whole harness is going to go to the side while we remove this black bezel that houses the window regulator motor. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna have my partner here lower the glass with his hands until I see the two keep coming right there. So you see we have our first holder for our window, which is our glass, and we have one down there. So I'll disconnect this one first. And basically what it is just like a slip over tab that just rocks in there. So I'll show you how that disconnects. Alright, so I'm going to show you this. This is a little difficult to get out. You see how that snapped in? Alright, so what you got to do, what I did was I used a pretty thick, well, excuse me, pretty wide flathead screwdriver, and I lifted it up just so it was over the bottom of that glass hole there, and then I take my smaller one and I push it through and it just drops down. So there's that one. So now let's do this side.
Looks like the camera shut off.
Got it. Finally. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take off all of the surrounding nuts, the bolts, off of the entire door. Now that's a number 10. So what I'm going to show you right now is what I had difficulty doing. If you can see in there, okay, you see where those prongs are inside of that white oval area. I'll put a marker in there. That's the final black electrical that you had to take out there. Push tab, pull it type deal. And then we had to lift it up over this lock indicator right here on the interior, which gave us a ability to swing it out to the side. We're not going to get into removing the lock pull mechanism right here. So the next step we're going to do is we got to remove these two screws here, which are in the back of the window regulator motor, and then in the front you'll see 4 screws that are holding the actual window regulator tracking in. So let's remove those 2 screws right now. Now I'm going to flip this around and we're going to remove the 4 bolts on the inside. These 4 here. And I believe I already have that. It's a T25. So it's actually a T30 driver. And we're going to take the 4
screws holding the window regulator tracking out. And put them in the same spot. So you got the bottom right, this is the top right. As you can see, it's already falling off in the back. Top left screw right here. And the bottom left screw right here.
And there goes our entire window regulator. I'm just going to pop these screws out here. I know it looks like a giant mess, like everything is all over the place, but it's actually really not. So we'll turn it back around now. As you can see, we have our we need to remove this and this in the front still. So in the front, you got your motor, which is mounted, which is also T30. You don't need to save these screws, well, unless you're just replacing the motor, you do, but ours came with everything already, so just make sure you don't lose the screws. Anyways, so that's pretty much everything for the disassembly. Now we need to go ahead and install. What we're going to do is you need to remove the window regulator motor off of the shipping. They did that so it wouldn't get all messed up during shipping. So what you do is you remove that and then you place it in from the back. I had to remove the motor out of the pre-assembled mechanism here. So I'm going to carefully leave that exactly how it is. I removed the motor straight off the top. Now how they ship this is with a zip tie, and the zip tie actually holds the motor up against the mechanism here that holds the wiring in place. So I need to take this and install it to the front. So I'm going to swing this around the front here, mount this in place like so, and now what I need to do is hold it on that side there, I know, and put this in place in the front. So it took us about 10 minutes to get this thing back on because the 2 wires slipped off of our guide right here. It was a pain in the butt getting everything back in because we had to take out the spool here. It's not bad, nothing's gonna happen, but we had to make sure that everything was put back together the right way. So we got the back end in, okay? What we did was screwed down both of those, and we put screws on the track here and here, and up top where they're supposed to go to set it. Basically, we got to put our motor in, set it, then install your 3 T30 screws. They look like this.
Alright, install those 3 T30s.
so we're going to put our top screws back in our track. I've already mounted our motor. Alright, now it's time to put the unit back in. Now we'll install the glass. Now I'm going to go ahead and plug these in. So the hardest wire to get back in, and it's hard for me to go ahead and show you this, but it's this wire that's in here that goes to the locking mechanism here on the side. Anyways, it has a mesh wire that you go ahead and you cover with this tab after all your screws are in. Make sure you put that lock in there with the purple locking tab that goes up for your door handle release that's inside here. That was the first thing we did in this video. Obviously we connected that. We connected this plug. This is for your light on your door. This is for your speaker, and this is for your window control module. What we need to do now is we need to connect our window to, the last thing I'm going to do is our window to our tabs here through the speaker hole before we put the speaker back in. So it's working now. So now we're going to go ahead and install the door panel back on. And that'll be that, and don't forget about the speaker. Now we're ready to put our door panel in. First thing I'm going to do, plug in my lower light. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, screw it, I'll put in my door. Alright, just put this in. You put this little piece in first. Okay, so we're going to put the door panel on now. And this piece right here that we took off of this needs to go on first. So we take this and we screw it on. $10 millimeter wrench.
10 millimeter wrench.
Alright, so we fed our lock through the hole there. And now all you got to do is pretty much snap everything in. Well, I can see right in there. What I need to do is I need to take that out, put it on the door, and then snap it in. So we'll do that now. I got to take these snaps out, put them back in the door panel. So we're finally done. Snapped it all back together. Everything works. We're in business. What we got to do is put this screw in here, and last but not least, that screw. Lighting is terrible on cell phone cameras right there. Alright, and last but not least, you got two covers. This one goes in here. Got it backwards. These are always the pain in the butt. Alright, so that's in. And I got this one down here. Alright, done. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe, like, share, post, comment. Have a great day.